dangerous without control.
I'd go!
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give out of the gun. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. The margin for error is so small in this conference, it's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously, in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Looking downfield on first down. Get it out on the screen. Never gives anyone a clean shot at him. He's down to the 34.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen.
Intercepted in the first drive into the pit. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to throw on first down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen.
Final play of the quarter coming. Looking to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. And the defense got him at the 27.
What an effort getting to the quarterback there. You think about Michigan State D-line, Jarrell Worthy, Shalik Calhoun, guys that would use their frame to their advantage, and you just could not block them. This guy has physical ability. He's got a lot of things he can't coach. One of those is that frame, and he used it right there to his advantage.
He knew he was going to have to pay the price, and he did, but the reward is the first down.
Yep, he hung in there just long enough for you. I think he did a really good job hanging in there, finds the running back, and listen, when you choose to blitz, now you got to tackle my guy in space. Running back does a great job getting the first down.
Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Denmark. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's got an open man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Oh, they're after him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
catch in the middle. It's Hilton. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
This defense has owned the first half. They've given up some yards on this drive. Big third down coming. You've built a little bit of a lead. Try to force the field goal. Don't give up the big play here, and you've had a great first half.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a fourth down situation.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. To the air on first down. Buys a little extra time. Fires to the tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. Know it's not a big game, but makes life really easy on that second down.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Wide open downfield. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. They'll throw on third and short. He'll pull it down and run. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Right on the money. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. This will likely be the last play of the half. To the air on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. Running back searching for a hole. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. The short hands. It's Denmark. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll pull it down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play.
Turning it on! They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. The Nittany Lions will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And just a great job on the defense being scout, right? That's your job. Be scout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations.
Touchdown, Penn State! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Hold and fire complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands. It's Denmark. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. Oh, he's got some space.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on 1st down. Extending the play. QB got it himself. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy to football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the fourth quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
After that incompletion here, tied in the fourth quarter.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Found some space and crosses the 10 out to the 11. It's a pickup of 6.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Flips it out on the screen. Looking for room at the 25. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
Thinking about using a timeout right here after that run play. And listen, I get you're trying to keep the defense off guard, but you're losing this game. You've got to throw the football. Now is the time. You've got to be aggressive, trailing in this 2-minute situation.
Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. They've got the screen set up. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money.
And that receiver had nobody around. That has got to be embarrassing for the defense.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A strike downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Nittany Lions are threatening on 1st and goal. Next, going for the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation.
Military, stunned, ready, go. Set hard. Set go. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Set. Hold on. Ready. Open.
The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. This is a kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Got him downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
The Nittany Lions can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks. The Nittany Lions back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it to the right. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He'll keep it himself. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
They'll try to quiet this crowd by moving the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Gonna run it. It's Hayes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Oh, he wants it all. Reels it in down the left side. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. On 1st and 10 from the 38. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the right. Got him, and nobody's close. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Great job by the back on the option.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Hilton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Catch in the middle. It's Denmark. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the opening one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And that's your goal, separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job on the defender.
Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense... Looking for a crease, it's Hayes. Got enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
To the air on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he'll pull it in inside the 20.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Here's the pressure. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. He'll ride his man on the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Nittany Lions are marching down the field. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions getting set on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete.
Things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. And what a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Fly, trumpet! 180! on, set. Set, go. Set, ready. Hold on. Block, trumpet. Hunt.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got his man downfield. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure coming. And they'll bring him down for the sack.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game ready.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Safe completion on the screen. Oh, what a cut! They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And that's what defense is all.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You wonder if there's just a little bit of rust with this offense.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down. When you trying to start the drive with a pass. Going downfield for the big play. Makes the catch on the left. There he goes. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Penn State.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll start this drive with a pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Denmark. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Breaks into the open. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get in the space and make the big game.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Quarterback on the keeper. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions are flying down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. Wants to go up top. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's a phenomenal job getting out.
On the move. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
They just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they self-block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. And that's one he'd like to have back.
Oh, what a move. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first.
Touchdown, Penn State! Ran the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Pulls it, fired complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Makes the grab. It's Hayes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. But really, since then, Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games, and how do they play against Ohio State? A big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes, and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
I love the awareness by the DB. Great job, man. It's in your own end zone. You see the ball, you break on it. I'm not trying to catch that thing. I'm trying to swat it down. Make sure I don't give up the touchdown. Nice awareness by the DB.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was...
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain under.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
So Penn State takes down Ohio State, a couple of blue bloods, cornerstone programs in college football, and you know both sides can't wait until they meet again. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Military stun! Opening! Come on, set! 180! Fly, trumpet! Drum! Ready! Strychnine beat! Set, ready! Here we go, here we go! trumpet! Fly trumpet! I go! Pace, 27, jump!
When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake. Gonna run it. It's Hayes. Makes a man miss. Turns it on in midfield. perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Nittany Lions, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Leaves it with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tacklers, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do that.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job of ball security.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Turning it on. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Nittany Lions, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got it on the move. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And that's the end of the line on that run, and it's the end of the line for the 1st quarter. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Got it! He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Fitted in the window for the score. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
And this receiver is on fire. He's got
no reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give on the inside. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition in college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hilton. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here. Go.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Unloads it left. Pulls it in. It's Hilton. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. Off the play fake. Rushes on him. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on third and short. That's reeled in. It's Denmark. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. That was a really well-run route on the curl to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job, too, by the receiver, getting his depth and then finding space in between the defenders, giving his quarterback a nice target.
He'll pitch it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Throws for the tight end. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Makes the grab on the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks, because he got nothing after the catch.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Wants to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Hayes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarter...
He's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. They'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the 2-point conversion.
Penn State 42.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line.
221 wing, 221 wing. Banner, ready.
They'll start this drive going to the air. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Here's a heat. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So open the final period with a third down play. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Got a big... They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And with a lead like they have here in the 4th quarter, no question this offense is going to continue trying to pound the rock. They're going to run the football and try to ice this game.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And he's not done, man. This QB...
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Great field position. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Wideout trying to get it in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run?
And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field.
Hold offense.
Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. to fire on second down. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Takes the handoff. It's Hayes. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there, this guy should be an impact player day one.
Start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Third in Africa is extremely difficult. When I
out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down for 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again.
Going for the big play. Intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Makes the catch. It's Denmark. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down.
Well, when you're running the curl route against zone coverage as a QB, you know you've got to get the receiver the ball quickly. This quarterback has a cannon for an arm. He showed you on that last throw, and the offense picks up the first.
Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. And the Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Touchdown, Penn State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I like the decision to go for it. I think a lot of people probably thinking this close to the goal line, 4th and goal. They're going to power it in. Nice job. They had this play ready. They go.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep runs.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Nittany Lions will have it 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incomplete.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Hilton. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
There he goes. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Nittany Lions haven't had a lot of great runners at quarterback in their history, but an effective move there.
Yeah, finding those guys that can give you a little yin to the yang, right? Like they got the ground game, that's what they're built on, but finding those QBs that can create a little bit of balance like this will be really critical for Penn State's future.
Looking for room, it's Garrison. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He caught it! Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go to the ground. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Here comes the heat. Grabs the screen around all kinds of defenders. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The play action fake. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Grabbed in the middle. It's Denmark.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something in.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Nittany Lions come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and we got to go for it.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And
the drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Another interception.